We're going back to the usual setup this week. I have not chosen a specific news article to go over with you. So we got feel good, including UFOs because they make us feel good. Feel bad, same amount of bad news. I don't think that any bad news has been added to it, just in case that...
No bad news has taken place since we've last looked.
Yeah. Oh, I got pretty sure this is bad. Is that a new one?
That's a new one.
Feeling uncertain. Can't choose between good or bad feelings. I also haven't memorized these. I need to scroll down and read them as I go. And we got feeling like science.
Let's do a feel good.
Feel good. Okay. Have we had an update on orcas recently?
I think the last update would have been in the New Year's Eve episode.
Let's go with it. They're my favorite guys right now. So this is on Live Science. The debate continues.
We refuse to look it up.
Yeah. And how would you look it up, though? And this one's titled, Orcas Are Learning Terrifying New Behaviors. Are they getting smarter? Or are they the regular amount of smart that they always were? That was my addition to the title.
Did we just discredit how smart they were to begin with?
Exactly. We just underestimated the orcas. These are my new heroes of planet Earth. I feel like they're here to avenge something bad. Billionaires. From sinking boats and feasting on shark livers to dining on whale tongue and tossing porpoises around for fun, orcas are displaying some fascinating and sometimes terrifying behaviors. This article is from October 22nd, 2023 by Sasha Pear for Live Live Science. In March 2019, researchers off the coast of southwestern Australia witnessed a gruesome scene. A dozen orcas ganging up on one of the biggest creatures on Earth to kill it. The orcas devoured huge chunks of flesh from the flanks of an adult blue whale, which died an hour later. Oh, this is a sad story. This was the first ever documented case of orca on blue whale predation, but it wouldn't be the last. In recent months, orcas have been spotted abducting baby pilot whales and tearing open sharks to feast on their livers. And off the coast of Spain and Portugal, a small population of orcas has begun ramming and sinking boats. Are they solely attacking sharks just for their livers?
In certain places, yes. They're finding shark corpses without livers.
That's so weird. All of these incidents show just how clever these apex predators are. These are animals with an incredibly complex and highly evolved brain. Deborah Gillies, an orca researcher at the University of Washington and the nonprofit Wild Orca Told Live 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 Science. They've got parts of their brain that are associated with memory and the emotion that are significantly more developed than ever in the human brain. End quote. I didn't start the quote, but that's where the quote ends. But the scale and novelty of recent attacks have raised a question. Are orcas getting smarter? And if so, what's driving the shift? It's not likely that orcas' brains are changing on an anatomical level, said Josh McInnes, a marine ecologist who studies orcas at the University of British Columbia. Behavioral changes can influence anatomical change in an animal or population, but only over thousands of years of evolution, McInnes told Live Science. I guess that means that they are always this diabolical. And that's exactly how I would describe them.
I hypothesize that we took the dumbest of them, captured them, and put them in our tanks for our entertainment. And the smart ones survived that trickery, only to make the species outside in the wild smarter.
And if they're that smart, only the dumb ones are going to get abducted.
Yeah, so the dumb ones can't breed now.
Exactly. Where I think we're onto something. But orcas are fast learners, which means they can and do teach each other some terrifying tricks and thus becoming, quote, smarter as a group. Still, some of these seemingly new tricks may in fact be age-old behaviors that humans are only documenting now. And just like in humans, some of these learned behaviors become trends, ebbing and flowing in social waves. Frequent interactions with humans through boat traffic and fishing activities may also drive orcas to learn new behaviors. And the more their environment shifts, the faster orcas must respond and rely on social learning to persist. There's no question that orcas learn from each other. Many of the skills these animals teach and share related to their role as highly evolved apex predators. Scientists described orcas killing and eating blue whales for the first time in a study published last year. In the months and years that followed the first attack in March 2019, orcas preyed on a blue whale calf and juvenile in 2 additional incidents, pushing the young blue whales below the surface to suffocate them. This newly documented hunting behavior is an example of social learning, with strategies being shared and passed on from adult orcas to their young. Robert Pittman, a marine ecologist at Oregon State University Marine Mammal Institute, told Live Science in an email, "Anything the adults learn will be passed along from the dominant female in the pod to her offspring," he said. Taking down a blue whale requires cooperation and coordination, Pittman said. Orcas may have learned and refined the skills needed to tackle such enormous prey in response to the recovery of whale populations from whaling. This know-how was then passed on until the orcas became highly skilled at hunting even the largest animals on Earth, Pittman said. It goes on. I like this quote. "Killer whales are like humans in that they have their preferred cuts of meat," Pittman said. "When preying on large whales, they almost always take the tongue first, and sometimes that is what they will feed on."
It does seem like a big feat to take down such a massive animal, but it should also be noted that this very large animal feeds on plankton. Like, it doesn't have real defenses other than just being massive. Hunting it seems impressive. I can't foresee it being that hard on an orca.
You hunt a big whale?
Yeah.
No. I mean, orcas are like, well, they're smart, for one.
Not only are they smart, they also are assholes. It turns out we probably should have been capturing the assholes of their society to make them a nicer species.
What if they're all assholes? Joke's on us. We got the dumbass orcas. Not that we should be capturing any of them. Here was what I was going to say. I wonder if anybody ever considered speaking to the orcas instead of Twain. Twain seemed to have came in peace. I wonder what the orcas would have had to say for themselves, because they seem to be pretty advanced.
Yeah, although to be fair, they're not assholes to humans. Like I've said before, there's no recorded death by a killer whale in the wild in human history. Of course, that might play into the orcas are smarter than we realize, and that they have a way of changing human history to make them seem like nice guys.
Yeah. The article does go on for quite a long time after this, and it's a mini, so, we have time constraints on this mini. And this was just a taste of just how intelligent and underestimated orcas actually are in a larger piece of the story to do with our heroes going after the billionaire yachts off of Spain.
Unfortunately, they do have a taste too for shark, as their populations have dwindled, what with our love of shark fin soup. Hopefully we can get that figured out. But in the meantime, I need to stress in the next 48 hours, nobody should be eating shark, nor after that. But the 48 hours is what I have to talk to you about. So
put the shark down.
Put it back in the water. I know you want to take a big bite out of that raw shark. Put it back. We'll see you in 48 hours. Bye.
Bye.